Welcome to Royal Secrets. The reason behind King Charles's bulging sausage fingers is unknown. Many online users have taken advantage of King Charles II's coronation to raise an alarming question. What's going on with the monarch's fingers? Images of Charles with what look to be bloated hands and fingers have appeared online, provoking some to make fun of the new monarch, while others are truly concerned. Prince Charles's fingers, according to one Twitter user, look more like sausage links than fingers. While many have used the occasion to make fun of the member of the royal family, Dr. Gareth Nye, a senior lecturer at the University of Chester, has offered his opinion on what might be happening with the king's vivid red hot dogs. Nye clarified that although a few illnesses could result in swollen fingers like the ones Charles had, edema or fluid retention is the most prevalent. According to Dr. Nye, edema is a disorder in which the body begins to hold fluid in the limbs, typically the legs and ankles, but also the fingers, which makes them swell. Edema is a prevalent disorder that primarily affects persons over the age of 65 due to the decreased ability for fluid regulation. Nye continued, pressing the enlarged area for around 15 seconds would induce a depression in the area. This would help determine if this is the cause. The disease typically affects three primary regions in the hand, the thumb joint or either joints in the fingers, according to Nye, who adds that arthritis is another possibility. Fingers typically stiffen, hurt, and swell, and while medication can ease the discomfort, the swelling may persist, he continued. Swelling may also be brought on by a high-salt diet or specific blood pressure drugs. Nye claims there is nothing to worry about, despite the fact that Charles is old for the throne. Swollen fingers are probably a feature of his age and don't indicate any imminent health issues, Nye said. Despite a broken toe, Queen Consort Camilla continues to support Charles despite the terrible timing. The King and Queen Consort have had a busy week as they assume their new royal responsibilities in the wake of the late Queen's demise. It has been asserted that Camilla has been soldiering on in support of King Charles despite having a broken toe. According to reports, the horrific injury to the Queen Consort happened about 2 weeks ago. However, a source said Camilla has continued to work a demanding schedule alongside the new king while being an amazing trooper. An insider informed The Sun that Camilla's broken toe was extremely painful even as it was recovering. Even though the timing is horrible, she is going about her business as usual, not letting a fractured toe get in the way of carrying out her obligations to the king, the family, and the nation. She is in a lot of pain, but she is just going through it, a different insider told The Telegraph. She has been a complete trooper despite the awful timing. Just before the late Queen passed away at Balmoral last Thursday, Camilla reportedly injured her toe. It is believed that the 75-year-old did not require hospitalization. The Queen Consort has been assisting her husband Charles through a busy week when it happens. That evening, when she had made her final departure from Scotland, they went back to Buckingham Palace to receive the late monarch's casket. On Wednesday, Camilla and the Princess of Wales drove to Westminster Hall, where the late Queen is lying in state before the funeral, after joining a procession led by Charles behind the coffin. Today the King spent alone in thought at his Highgrove home in Gloucestershire. Charles and Camilla will visit Wales on Friday as he visits all 4 of the UK's countries. People who have fractured a toe typically do not need to go to the hospital, according to the NHS. Wearing supportive footwear with a low heel, strapping up the toe, resting your foot, keeping it upright, and avoiding walking as much as possible are some suggestions. Usually, broken toes heal in 6 weeks, although it may take longer. If a person's toe is pointed out at an abnormal angle or has a bone protruding from their foot, they should visit the hospital. Additionally, if there was a snap, grinding, or popping sound at the time of the injury, or if the toe or foot is numb or tingling, they should see A&E. For a response, express.co.uk has reached out to Buckingham Palace.